now we should be live. Yep.
Hello, live.
YouTube is receiving the connection well. Alright, hello everyone. For the VOD later for like the 2 people that are interested in Destiny right now. I'm joined by Excess Kinevira, again, from the earlier stream.
Hello.
And because one person was asking
Hi.
me... Oh, sorry.
No, I just said hi. You're good.
And because of the one person that was interested in the Destiny stuff, I went ahead and loaded this up for them. So, yeah. And
For the one viewer out there who's interested, this is for you.
For some reason, I was about to be like doing an Elvis impersonation for like, well, that warm mama out there was for you.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, but yeah, Braden, here's Destiny, here's my ship and orbit and everything. But yeah, access just to kind of go on about it a bit more, because I know there is technically a bit of a delay to the stream here. So this is what the game is about now. And it's essentially they try to concentrate everything into one area so new people weren't confused on what they needed to do. Because before it was just this. So it's like, oh my god, where do I go? Where do I start? What do I do? And it's people didn't know what was relevant, what was old. Like, for example, if I go to click this right here, this Savathun Stormworld, it's like there's so many things over here that you can click on. It's like, oh, does this give good rewards? Does this? What does this do? What is this thing here? Or this, and this over here. And it's just, no one knew where anything was at that was new or knew what to get that was like good gear or what was good lights, and that sort of thing.
I see.
So this was their concentrated effort to put everything in such a linear way. So it's like, oh, the solo playlist here. Okay, I can play these things by myself. This gives 3 rewards, this gives 1, this gives 1 and a specific reward. So it was an easier way for everyone to grasp that concept. The problem was of all the content that was in the game, it reduced down what you could get. Because now it's like you only had these few things. And the recent update we had basically gave us this extra 6 of content that we already had in the game. It was just a more cut down version of what you already knew. And people were not happy about that. Like, for example, this Pinnacle section, we technically had 4 choices. So then we just gained another 5. So instead of getting long, specific content that we had, we just got little parts of it, or little cut pieces of it.
Okay.
Braden, I bought that ship in the store. And that's the other thing in the store. The prices and everything went up, and the content that we've been asking for so long of, like, rewards and everything was like, oh, they want it, huh? Okay, well, we'll put it in the store for them to buy. There you go. You've been asking for about 8 years for this one. Here it is.
Wow. That's fun.
And then they started doing this a while ago where it's like, because there's a season pass, so you can earn specific rewards in the game. Here it is. So, like, if you're for free, this top row is the one you get. If you buy the season pass, this bottom set is what you get. And as you can see, as you get higher and higher up, there's less and less for you to get.
Okay.
So the fact is also they were selling a way to progress this faster by paying for it to get access to some newer stuff and whatnot, and people were kind of upset about it.
So pay to win?
Not exactly. You don't pay for the weapons, it's just to pay to get some of the materials and stuff like that.
Okay.
But then there's also the bugs. The amount of things that break every single time they do something.
Oh.
Actually, Braden, since you asked about it, let me show you what I mean. Let's see here. Now, excess, I'll word it this way. So, a raid is the end goal of the game, like the toughest content you can get. It's a 6-player activity. You need 6 people to coordinate well enough to try to figure out how to progress this entire mission, shall we say.
6.
6 people.
For generations,
Now,
the
in the
Dream City
original
housed one of
Destiny 1
Awoken's
game,
most closely guarded secrets. She is known as Riven,
some of the raids
Riven
you
of
could
a
actually
thousand
solo.
voices, the last known Ahamkara.
Dungeons
Oh, okay.
She has
are
been
a
taken,
smaller
and her
version of a
death is
raid,
your
but it's meant
calling.
for 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still tough, but not near the point of like Bungie's kind of manhandling of it, where it's like, okay, you know, you've got 6 people, 3 of you need to do this, 3 of you need to do that, and you all have to work together. If only 3 of you were there, it's not enough people because 2 of you have to operate these switches, while 2 of you have to operate those switches, and 2 of you have to hopefully not die at once while trying to keep everyone alive. So I'm in this raid by myself right now.
You could be so much more.
Also, keep in mind, so all of my weapons here have a number on them. In this case, my heavy is 297, my secondary is 306, my primary is 294. Actually, I need to put that on 309. So I have a total power of 300. I'm putting on this 200, which obviously makes me weaker because it's not up there with 300.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you look in the bottom left, each weapon has its own ammo counter.
Mm-hmm.
And part of the glitch that I'm going to do requires that my weapon not have ammo.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and place this just to get ammo. And change my weapons because I lose ammo that way every time I switch weapons. Alright. No ammo. Alright. So, let me explain this really quick. So you see here in this little pit how there's these symbols floating above everything?
Mm-hmm.
So in this specific pit, there's 3 sets of symbols that we have to get. We have to get 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these. That's part of the 6-player part. So 2 people would be standing on plates that have those symbols on it, 2 people would be getting those, and 2 people would be getting those. When they fill it up enough, an enemy would spawn, they would kill the enemy, and hopefully be fast enough to race down to this middle here to get her in the middle. Here's the bug that's currently going on right now. Also, the yellow bar at the bottom is the health bar for the enemy. While above each enemy's head, they have that health bar that they have. I should not be doing that much damage to her. With an empty, no ammo weapon. I've already taken out half of her health, and I'm not even doing the actual encounter properly.
Mm-hmm. So this is part of that whole solo leveling bit, easy producing. Also, I guess the bug also means that you're taking no damage, or what?
I am, but I regenerate health over time. There, counter done.
Interesting.
Loot acquired. Moving on.
You have my thanks, Guardians.
I wonder why it's
But
because of you having no ammo, though.
Well, the thing is, this is an older weapon. spoiler, the top left tells you what part of the game it came from. So like when a new DLC comes out, it has a symbol in the top left. So like this blue symbol on these weapons here is the latest expansion. So that's the Edge of Fate. This is the Red War one. This is from when the game first came out like 8 years ago. That weapon is no longer relevant. There is a newer version of it from like a couple years ago, but something about that specific weapon is what's doing it, or that specific type of weapon, because each weapon has a different base to it. So in this case, this one's a lightweight frame, so all lightweight frame swords are doing it. Whereas this one's a wave sword. It's not broken. But yeah,
Okay.
every single update, something breaks.
Yeah.
Something happens.
Updates as a whole, regardless of what game it is or what have you, any program, it feels like updates are like medicine. They update a thing, like they fix a thing, but then the side effects breaks something. That's something I've noticed.
Honestly,
Did
it's just been a
anything to
lot
the
of
moon thing.
no QA testing. They'll update something, but it feels like it never comes out as intended.
Mhm.
The rough way that I can explain it is, imagine if you came to me as a restaurant and I told you I had food. You said, "Oh, let me get this chicken sandwich because it says here on your menu that it comes with buns, chicken, lettuce, tomato, and cheese." I go, "Certainly, we'll get that right out for you." And I bring you just the bun and the chicken and nothing else. And it's like, "Oh, hey, it's supposed to come with this. Give me a couple minutes or so and I'll have a patch that comes out to give you the rest." I give you the tomato and nothing else. And then I go, "Well, we don't have the cheese that you wanted, but we have this other cheese that we underdeveloped." And then everyone
Interesting.
forgets about the lettuce because no one cared about the lettuce because there was the cheese I gave you wasn't even cheese, it was a piece of cardboard. That's
Or
every
plastic,
update we
yeah.
get.
I see. That's an interesting way to explain that. Yeah. Huh.
So we get told something, but then they'll cut back on the information or try to oversell what it is that we get. So when we get it, it's kind of like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
But yeah, Braden, Destiny 2 has changed a lot. Depending on where you first started, a lot of things have changed. So like we have two different places on Earth, the Cosmodrome, the E to Z. Mars technically has Savathun's throne world on it. We have a new planet called Europa. We have another new planet, Neptune. We have Eternity, which is the Dares of Eternity for Xur. Dreaming City, of course. Nessus, the moon, and inside the Traveler itself, the Pale Heart.
Mm.
Honestly, I feel like doing a dungeon, but the only way that it would actually be viable would be to do through the portal. And again, it's part of an activity.
Mm.
Trying to figure out what would actually be worth it to do. Honestly, I'll just go through and do... Yeah, I'll do it this way. Nightmare at Galran. Master... I'll do... Guardian Caldrops. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. We have to basically force our own difficulty, so we have to select everything that is going to make the activity more harder for us.
Hmm.
So if you want better loot, you got to make it tougher.
Yeah.
Let's do counterfeit. Let's get us tier 3 rewards. And let's go. That's the other thing. Yeah, Destiny 2 is free to play, but a lot of the content, especially for the free side, is severely limited. I think of the game, 10% of it is technically free.
Okay.
And I feel like that's a rough stretch.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the raids, dungeons, weapons are behind the DLCs, and the DLCs are all paid.
Yeah.
Now this dungeon, when it came out back in the day, I learned how to solo this thing. This was my dungeon that I was fascinated with. I earned the title, I bought the pin, and it is to this day still one of my favorite things that I did. And the sad part is I did record it. It is not on YouTube, my original when I soloed it sort of thing, but I kind of want to try to edit it together and make like a full clip and upload it. Because I suffered sleep loss trying to do this, because I was like, I'm gonna do it, damn it. I'm gonna do it. One of these days, I will solo it. And surely, little by little, until I had the whole thing down, I remember, I think it took me like a whole month of just non-stop trying each activity. If I failed, tried each activity. And the thing is with the solo is that you have to go through the whole activity in one strip. So you can't like leave and come back. You have to start it and finish it. And there's a challenge to it to where you do the whole thing without even dying.
I see why you like this game now. It feels rewarding in a way. Or it feels, when you feel victorious, you know, you feel like, you know, you can take on the world.
To me, it's what I imagine people that played stuff on like NES and whatnot felt. It was a really tough game, but it was one of those things that they somehow mastered. So when they finished it and all that, it was literally, it was rewarding. It was well earned. They went through hell and back and rose to the challenge and beat the dragon.
Right.
Finished the quest, got the glory, got the gold. Bragging on the school bus to everyone. They were the man, they did it.
Got the new under this record, okay.
But yeah, honestly, like I said, Destiny is an addiction because there's nothing that plays like what I'm doing right now.
So it's a game that you would recommend to your friends then, if they'd never played before.
I wouldn't recommend it alone. I'd definitely be like, find some people you might enjoy playing with. But if you're trying to do it by yourself, it is not that rewarding. Because the game, while, yes, it technically has a lot of content to someone that's new, it still has a lot of avenues and stuff that is still technically being figured out. Like, we only just now are getting updates to fix old content that they updated for no reason that broke it. Like, some activities, part of the challenge was the fact that they put a time limit on it, so it's like you only had a certain amount of time to get in, get it done. And they broke the timer because they were like, oh, nobody needs 40 minutes, so we'll put 15 minutes on it. And realistically, you can't do that. Just the length of time and you having to, like, even if you did everything perfectly, gave you a few seconds for each thing, whatever. By the time you made it to the end, you physically did not have enough time. And no one thought of that.
Interesting.
So that's kind of where we're at, and just a lot of the difficulties that's going on. Hence why I'm like, there's a lot of QA problems. So, Braden asked a question, but I'm gonna reword it a little bit. So, based on what you're seeing now, have your opinions changed based off of what I've said versus what you're seeing? I know it's not a lot that you've seen.
Oh. I mean, honestly, Britain's good. It wasn't like confusing or anything, but like it's. How do I explain this?
I just mean in the sense of like going off of previous complaints that I've had.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, considering that you've gone through it all yourself and stuff like that, versus what's being shown, obviously, like I said before, I can tell that you still like it regardless because of the journey that you've gone through and whatnot. So, but as far as I can see, I don't think the game is mad. I don't see anything that's like. Sure, the game is buggy or whatever. What game isn't? But people are still playing it. People are still invested in it. All right. So I think it's more than likely still a fine game. And that's coming from someone who doesn't play shooters. That's like just from what I see, I can tell that it looks like it's pretty decent, pretty good. So I wouldn't say it's meh. I'd say it's a pretty decent game. I guess if it were riddled with like loot crate stuff or something like that, I'd definitely say nah. But like, it seems like it's fun and fun. So yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it in that regard. But I'm sure there are many like retrospectives on this game, and you know, some will say, "Oh, I love this game. It's amazing. It's the best." You know, got me through tough times. I really enjoyed it. It was very rewarding. Versus, "Oh man, this game's garbage." If you want to play something that's less buggy, play something else instead, or something like that. So it just depends. You know. I think this is fine though, from what I'm viewing, from what I'm seeing. Like if I were to pull it up and try it like from the start, I would struggle and I would hate it. I wouldn't say the game is bad though. I would just say that it's obviously a skill issue on my part. But like that would be me with any shooting game because I'm just not really a shooter person. Yeah, this seems nice.
Think about
I wouldn't
damage
say
to the
it's meh.
boss. That'll have to do.
But if you're like some crazy like die-hard like shooter fan where all you do is live and breathe shooter, more than likely you're probably gonna say it's meh. But other than that, no, I think it's fine. From my opinion, from my standpoint, it seems fine though. Or more than fine rather. Movement's pretty fluid and stuff too. So. But at the same time, I'm seeing this after probably loads and loads of updates as well. So I don't know.
About 8 years worth of updates.
Yeah. So there you go. See, that's the thing too, though. I don't think I ever hear anyone talk about Destiny 1. I guess because Destiny 2 has 100% overshadowed Destiny 1. So,
For what Destiny 1 had, it felt like, I wouldn't say a fever dream, but it felt like it was definitely not as long-lived as 2, in the sense of, like, the amount of memories people could make or the amount of content. Because, I mean, obviously, Destiny 2's had a lot more time, but, like, a lot of the stuff that was in D1 came back to D2. So even if it was necessarily gone, it was back in an update of some way, shape, or form. This is horrible damage. Like, I barely scratched that bar. Too lazy to figure out something. I'll take advantage of the glitch.
no, can't do that.
What? It's a feature. It's in the game.
But it's a multiplayer game.
Honestly, just because of how low level the weapon is, it actually makes the activity harder. So it ups the challenge for me to do it. Means I gotta make some skill for it to be useful.
I see.
Get bounced around here. I keep getting heavy ammo. I don't need heavy ammo. I'm playing on Steam, but Destiny 2 is backwards compatible. It's crossplay. I got taken out by a little old explosion. I just never recorded it. Oh god, I got ammo. No.
Be right back.
No problem. Oh crap, I didn't even pick up the... I hope I have enough time for this. Nope. Dead. And yes, this is difficult. Very, very much so. For some people, it's easier. For me, it's difficult. And I got sick. I don't know how I got slowed though. But the enemies were the only thing that could do that. Alright, where's the music? Where's the playlist? I need to focus now. Oh, I love Strand. I really do. Eh. Honestly, I should be using Strand. I hate having the timer that close. have to go for the arc build.
I have returned. Yeah, it changed 2 times. Yeah, one time I used for going mute, and then the other one is just to unmute. Yeah, I had to go away for a little bit.
Yeah, that was not a good run. Trying to remember
were
my
invested, though.
strategy for this. Like, it is... Yeesh. Because I used to do this on solar. But, like, the damage numbers are really... really low for this. Hey, Kenzo. I remember you from the Subnautica stream. The only new one was Prismatic, which is a mixture of all the subclasses. Technically, this is a prismatic build of mine. So it has mixtures of both light, dark, and strand and everything to it.
Mhm.
This was actually a really popular build for a long time. But again, right now, everything's kind of, yeah.
Mhm.
What I need is a way to deal with the square champions. Because they'll take care of the bell guards pretty easy. That's helping me out with most of the enemies, but it's not helping me with boss damage with the time limit that I have. Unless I just want to be here for 9 million years. I need something that does damage against squares, which is sidearms and hand cannons.
I see.
Hmm. And of course I get blown up. This is kind of the addiction to Destiny, is getting kind of stumped, figuring it out, stumped, figured out. At
Well, I
least
guess
to
that's
me.
also because you're just really into Metroid, which is par for the course there, right?
For Destiny?
No, with like Metroid.
Kinda, yeah.
So like, since you play Metroid a lot, and there are many spots where you can get stumped, you get so used to it to where you're now addicted in a sense here, where if you get stumped, you still have to figure out the puzzle, but you like that sort of thing because you're so used to it, right?
A lot of the time I'm just smart enough to figure it out, and that's part of the addiction, is especially with the team that I play, figuring out what that means or what that is and how to do it. But here, especially for trying to do this solo, I definitely know it's more for the bragging rights of like, hey, I can do this. In fact, I usually end up having to lead people in this, but I haven't done this in so long. Hell, when I tried to solo this a long time ago, it wasn't easy either. Also doesn't help that I get basically shredded in 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Or one-hit it like that. Destiny's full of those fun moments where you just get squished against a wall, popped like a pimple.
Oh, I see.
Actually, that's the other end of Destiny, is just all the bugs, crashes, and one-hit deaths. One of my favorites is the Rise of Weasel Airs, where for some reason during an update, the servers were just so unstable that everyone that loaded in couldn't stay online for an hour or more, because it would either like degrade the game to the point that you would notice a lot of crashes, or weasel errors would pop up, which was network instability.
I love how everyone knows what the swords use.
Problem with the sword is I keep picking up ammo before the fight, because it's literally littering itself everywhere. So it's one of those I'm switching to the sword last minute if I do that. The hell? Oh, I already got both. They want me dead bad. And dead, just like that.
Well, well.
It's also not helping that I'm switching stuff out, and it's lowering my power.
Yeah.
Ooh. That one I'm keeping. That's actually a good roll. I don't know if I have anything that's 300 light or so for my secondary. I've definitely got to clean out this vault. Don't judge me.
Look. Have you seen my Atlas inventory?
Oh, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the viewers. A lot of them are
Oh.
very judgy on what you keep and if stuff is considered a god roll or trash.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's kind of common. Yeah, par for the course. Yeah. It's like hashtag clean your room. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, love when the explosion just sends me here prematurely. I love when I get pinned against the wall. Hopefully this doesn't kill me to have now. Alrighty. This is the build I was making the most progress with, so it's the one I'm going to stick with.
I see.
Alright, so I can make this work. Even if I do have ammo, it's helpful for the enemies. Anything that's yellow bar above, it's definitely going to be critical timing. Yeah, for a portal activity, this is starting to sure turn into like just doing the original dungeon at this point. Thanks, Bungie.
Oh yeah.
No, like it feels on par, if not worse, than when I originally played the dungeon. And granted, I'm not supposed to be doing this solo, but the challenge is they're solo. They do know that. They do even encourage players like, hey, if you want fancy, do it solo.
A co-op game that encourages solo? Wow.
Yeah, I'm kind of over this now. Cheese or not,
You can't
I
give
am
up
not skilled
now.
enough. I can't give up, he says. This is how I got into a 4-hour strike with my brother. Set it on like the
Yeah.
most ridiculous difficulty and everything. We're sitting there just basically just like,
But that's the thing, right? Isn't that the whole point?
no,
Mm.
there is no point. That's the problem.
Surely there's I mean, like, why else would it be this way?
No, I mean there's no rhyme or reason. There's no point. It's ever changing. That's the beauty.
Ah, I see.
Skills change, priorities change, strengths change, rewards change. Yeah, I'm good. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Even though I literally went nowhere with this. I hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Take care now. Say bye, Excess.
Boing, Nexus.
Quite literal.